I am going to be my brother's private chef for 24 hours. Cooking is one of my love languages, and I remembered Mrs. Remy Ashton a while ago made a couple videos where she was being a private chef for different people in her life, and I thought I wanted to give that a try. So today I'm going to be cooking breakfast, lunch, and dinner for my brother. He has no idea what I'm going to cook. I asked him what he wanted to cook. He didn't want to input, so I got to choose everything. To be honest, breakfast has already happened. I don't wake up like this. I wake up looking like a little gremlin, and I also went on a run, so I looked extra gremlin-y. But I have already given him breakfast, and this is what he had. He had 4 protein pancakes. They were from a box from Trader Joe's. It was a protein pancake mix because my brother's all about the gains. I have no gains. He had protein pancakes. Then I also made fresh vanilla bean whipped cream for him. I also put a banana on the plate. I tried to be quite frou-frou with the plating because there are going to be some fancy things in here, and I'm a private chef. It needs to be elevated. So I did protein pancakes with fresh banana, vanilla bean whipped cream. Then I also had some leftover banana cream from pastry school that I've made, where it's pastry cream mixed with caramelized bananas. So I put that on top, as well as some cinnamon and sugar and some slivered almonds. And that was the final product for his breakfast.
Wow.
So protein pancakes, leftover banana cream, bananas, vanilla bean whipped cream, and slivered almonds. Enjoy. Now on to lunch. His lunch, he wants lunch at about 2 o'clock, so I'm gonna get started on that in about half an hour, maybe like 45 minutes. But I'm going to make him avo toast, which you might be thinking is a really simple thing, but it's one of his favorite things for me to make for him. Typically I do it on fresh made bread, but I have been so busy with making things for pastry school that I do not have time to make fresh bread. I'll show you the tarts that I made, but I gave away so many tarts. I've been making little tarts, and I'm also not making dessert because we have a bunch of tarts that need to be eaten. So he is getting avo toast. I'm thinking of doing a bit of an elevated avo toast, where I do some microgreens on the bottom of the bread, some avocado, but like not mashed, like pretty avocado, then some nice olive oil, lemon zest, and then I'm also gonna do some eggs on the side. So with all that said, let's get to the kitchen. Also, can you see Snowy in her basket? She's hiding behind my luggage, but she looks very cute. Welcome to the kitchen. It is time to start making lunch for our client. So, we have some very, very nice thick cut sourdough. I think I'm gonna start with 1 slice. Yeah, 1 slice because it's big. If not, if he wants more, I'll make him more. An avocado! Thanks!
The avocado! Thanks!
So, avocado, small greens, lemon juice, but I think I'm actually gonna zest this. That might be fun. And back there, I had a pan preheating. So it's like one of these green pans where it needs to preheat for 90 seconds on low, and it needs to do this, and needs to do this, needs to do this whole thing. I'm going to, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna get the eggs. I'm also gonna use butter for the eggs because I don't eat butter, but my brother does, and I think it will add a nice butteriness. No kidding. Look at this cool butter knife we got my mom. There's a bunch of holes in it, so it will like make little butter ribbons and make it easier to spread. So cool. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of butter in the pan. Butter ribbon. I don't really feel the need to move you over to see butter melting in a pan. I feel like most people know what butter melting in a pan looks like. So I'm gonna slowly let these guys cook. Still some time. Let's prep an avocado. I'm not putting the meme in a second time. Also, this, I'm not just throwing like food into here. This is a compost bin. I'm not just throwing food into a drawer. That would be very chaotic behavior. Let's see if this is a good avocado. Not bad, not bad. I've seen worse. Do you think you would want 1 avocado or 2? I think just 1. I mean half. My brain. I'd like to excuse that this is the morning, but no, it's almost 2 o'clock. I'm just just not being with it. You take a gap year and suddenly you lose all your knowledge. Should this have a side? What would be on the side of avo toast? Like, I already have eggs on the side, but does it need more? Does it need like a vegetable? How about a can of cat food? Whatever. We have toast toasting. I'm gonna get these eggs nicely cooked so that they're no runny white and maybe a little bit of a set yolk. I like a jammy yolk. I'm not sure what kind of yolk Charlie likes. Probably should have asked. A good private chef would just know that. Cut my avocado. I grabbed some toppings. We have salt and pepper, flaky salt. I saw a TikTok of how to make flaky salt. Would you guys care if I tried to make flaky salt from scratch, or would that be boring? And then I also have everything but the bagel seasoning, because avocado toast is an avocado toast without everything but the bagel seasoning, and red pepper flakes because we like it spicy. We've got toast, people. A plate. I'm gonna raise a toast. Anyway, I'm gonna put a little bit of butter on the toast, just to some extra flavor. Is this entertaining content? So we have a little bit of butter on the toast. Oh, I wanted olive oil and lemon zest. I said that earlier. Olive oil, microplane, and lemon. Stop breaking things. I say that every single video. Push it down. I feel like we need both avocado halves. We need the other avocado half. I'm just turning the eggs off here. They're gonna stay hot in the hot pan, but they don't need to cook for another 5 minutes. Now let's get a little bit of olive oil, just like a tiny drizzle. There we go, just a little drizzle of olive oil, just so you can get that flavor. Now some of this lemon zest. This will just add that nice, that wasn't a hair, some nice lemony flavor and a little bit of that brightness. I'm also going to do a little bit of the juice just so that acid will help cut the fat a bit. The salt, not too much. The pepper, the red pepper flakes, and everything but the bagel seasoning. I forgot the microgreens. I'll just put a few on top, it'll be decorative. I did also just remember my brother lives in California, the avocado toast capital of the world. Well, he lives in LA, which is even more avocado toast central. It's too late now. The eggies. Just slide onto the plate. And these can get some greens as well. And it is 1:58. Much better. I was 5 minutes late with my breakfast. Now I'm 2 minutes early. Let's get some close-up shots while he's on his way down. Oh, client!
Hello.
I have lunch for you.
Wow, doesn't that look amazing?
Avocado toast.
How spectacular, thank you.
I did remember you live in LA, the avocado toast capital of the world.
You know,
so
definitely tried more than a few.
yeah, so enjoy.
This is going to be very, very tasty, thank you.
You're welcome.
It was good, it was good. The only thing you could have improved on was by making twice as much.
I think I'm gonna start with one slice.
Do you want me to make you more?
No.
I'll make you more.
It was really, really good though.
Okay,
Very
I'm glad.
tasty.
I'm glad. It is later now. I just got back from the grocery store because I had to get some last minute ingredients for dinner tonight, and I am the most excited for this dinner. So as you've been seeing, I've been traveling a lot lately, and when I've been traveling, my mom and dad and I typically always went to Nando's, and we would send pictures on the family group chat, and it would make my brother really like almost homesick or kind of wish he could have been there with us. So tonight I am bringing Nando's to him. His favorite thing that he would always get from Nando's is called a Fino Pita. So that's what I'm recreating at home. I already have chicken marinating in the fridge. I am forgetting to add limes to it, so I'm gonna go add limes to it right now. But we are gonna make Nando's at home. And I also got chips, or as you Americans call it, French fries. I got chips that I'm also gonna peri salt, because when you go to Nando's you can get peri salted chips. We even have Nando's hot sauce. So let's get into making dinner. It is time to start prepping my master plan for dinner. I'm following a Joshua Weissman recipe on how to get the best air fry fries. Got the same potatoes heated. He said start by soaking these in water for 30 seconds. Now I'm gonna start prepping the halloumi. So you're supposed to shake them now, but I don't really have a lot of shaking room, but I'm gonna try. We're gonna try. We're doing this to rough up the texture of the potato so that it'll have more surface area to crisp. Not microwave safe, don't use these. I'm just gonna cover it with a plate, or like, we'll figure it out. I'll figure it out, you're just a good camera. Those chips are in the microwave for the next 5 minutes. I'm gonna go back to prepping my halloumi. So for this meal, I'm actually not going to be plating it, because I'm also cooking it for my dad and my mom, so it's too much for me to plate for everyone. So I'm going to just kind of do like family style meal where I'll have everything set out and everyone can then like make their own pita. Now looking at it, I don't think I needed 2 bricks of halloumi. We're gonna use them anyway. This looks like a very plainly cooked chicken breast. And once those chips are in the air fryer, I'm then gonna switch over and start cooking the chicken. Also, the only ingredient I couldn't find for this recipe was red onion chutney, but thankfully my dad has some other flavor chutney that I'm gonna pull out and let people use. I'm also going to make a makeshift Peri-Naise at home, because that's the mayo that you get. So I'm gonna do a makeshift Peri-Naise. There'll also be normal mayo, but thought it'd be fun to have both. To make this, I'm just going to take some mayonnaise, a little bit of lemon juice. So the spices I'm gonna make up are, I'm gonna add a little bit of chili powder, garlic powder, and smoked paprika. I'm also gonna add a tiny bit of cayenne. And that is your Peri-Naise sauce. Now that our chips are done, I have my air fry basket. I'm just gonna pour them in. Come on, last fry. And then I'm gonna air fry these at 400 for 15 minutes, tossing halfway through. Now I'm gonna go back to my recipe. I'm following a recipe on how to make this food. So I am using a recipe from Easy Peasy Foodie. It'll be linked in the description down below, of course. Get my griddle pan ready. I don't have a griddle pan. Wait, do I have a griddle pan? I think this is a griddle pan. Can you see the griddles? Can you see the grill marks? Anyway. While that goes, I'm gonna get my chicken out of the fridge, because you don't want to cook meat when it's super duper cold. I'm gonna go in with some avocado oil just because it has a higher smoke point than olive oil. Just use a nice amount in the pan. Get that all around. I never showed, but this is what it looked like in the marinade. Movie magic, it happened when you couldn't tell. Some of these look better than others, but it's okay. It's very loud because I have the fan on because all the cooking spice is trying to kill my family. But Charlie, while we were traveling, we kept on having Nando's, and you couldn't get Nando's. So I give you Nando's at home.
Wow. Chicken and halloumi.
Because this is what's in. Because this is what's in the Fino pizza that you like. And then
That's
there's
so
Nando's
special.
sauce, and then I've got chips in the air fryer with peri salt.
Wow, you've really outdone yourself.
Thank you. And here are the peri salted chips. So that is it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed watching me be my brother's private chef. I really enjoyed being his private chef. Sorry, my voice. I really enjoyed being his private chef. I can't wait to be private chefs for other people in my family. If you have any suggestions of who I should be a private chef for, let me know. And with all that said, I just had so much fun. Let me know which recipe was your favorite. I'll also obviously include all the recipes I can down below. I think it's just the Nando's Fino pizza recipe. But I hope you enjoyed this video. You could like this video if you wanted to. You could subscribe if you wanted to. And with all that said, I will see you in another video. Bye for now.